Hello everybody, welcome to my van build part 2 video, which is very late. This has taken a long time for me to film. Anyway, so basically I just want to come on here and say that you're gonna be watching the part 2 here. It's been almost a year since I started the part 2. We're just gonna ignore that fact. I just want to throw in a disclaimer here. I in no way suggest that people entirely follow how I built out my van. Specifically in this video, I did a lot of things wrong because I was lazy and didn't have enough time to research or plan out anything. So my insulation is the big one. I did my insulation wrong. I'm fairly certain. I did it very lazily, which, you know what, is fine. It's whatever. I've accepted that fact a long time ago, and I will deal with the consequences. My advice is do not be like me. Do not fail to plan. As my grandma says, fail to plan, plan to fail. I will probably be failing because I failed to plan. Anyway. Basically, just don't be like me. Plan everything out, do your research, and don't be lazy because this is a huge investment that you are putting time and money into. So just do not take my advice specifically on the insulation part. Anyway, without further ado, enjoy my part 2 video, and hopefully I will see you fairly soon for part 3. Alright, so today is January 29th, 2021, and today I'm going to be making some more progress on my van installation. The last time that I worked on the van was January 13th, so it's been a few weeks, but hopefully we can get it all finished today. If not, there will definitely be another installation part to this video. But I'm hoping I can get it finished so that I can move on to the next step, which is my wood paneling. This build is taking a lot longer than I thought it would take. However, I do have some clips from January 13th, so I will insert those now. Okay, so this is just me cutting out that insulation. I used foam board and then me using spray adhesive to put it on, probably incorrectly. Doesn't matter because my dad ended up ripping it off when he did my wood anyway, so it's not even there anymore. And today I will make sure to record my clips and my progress, and I will make sure to insert it. So let's get into the video. This is Reflectix, obviously. I will explain how I used it in my next clip, so just keep watching. Okay, so this is what I have done so far. I cannot do like the front 2 panels of my ceiling yet. I still have to wire my fan wires and my solar panel wires to the spot that I want to have them, which is going to be like right here in the middle of the van on the side. But I did do these 2 back ones. I decided to do Reflectix on the ceiling just because my spray adhesive was like being ridiculous and was not working. For some reason I was probably doing it wrong, but it just wasn't holding. So I got Reflectix and I kind of just put it on there. You have to have like a space between like the object and then the Reflectix so that it has the proper insulation, because if you just like slap it like right on, it's not going to have a high R value at all. It's going to be super, super low. In the van, let me show you. In my van, I have these like little, I don't know how to explain what they are, but they're not part of the exterior wall of the van. So this is like an extra add-on sort of. Obviously, I'm not going to like drill holes into like my roof of my van when I'm doing my wood paneling. What I would do is drill it into this part, which is not part of the actual roof, so it won't go through. But there's like that space, so it kind of is like a dip. So this is like a dip right here, because there's this extra space. So there's space in between this Reflectix and the outside of the van right now. So there's space, there's going to be good insulation there. But that's just what I did up here. I taped it to this so it's the same depth as this. I did it that way so that there would be space in between the exterior and then the Reflectix so that I would get the proper R value. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on the front 2 panels as well. So that'll be it for the ceiling insulation. I'm still trying to figure out my like wall insulation because it's not done yet, and I might need to do some more research on that. What I have been trying is not working just because of the different depths in the van, so I'm going to work on that. Some guy riding his electric scooter. That is it for today. Alright, welcome back to the vlog thing going on here. Today I am going to be connecting my fan wires right here to these wires right here so that I can wire them to the spot that I want my fan to be in. So let's get into it. Connecting these wires for my fan was pretty simple after doing some research. It was the only electrical thing that even made sense to me. But yeah, it was a pretty quick and easy process. Alright, so this is what I've got done. This is my negative wire. This is my positive wire connected to the black one. This is, I used 14 gauge wire for these. It said it was a minimum of 16 gauge for these wires to connect to. So I got 14 gauge and then just the wire nuts that go on it, and yeah. Alright, so today I am going to be working on the rest of my van build installation. Hopefully I can get it all finished tonight. It is March 2nd, 2021, around 5:30 p.m. It's going to be dark here in about an hour and a half or so. So hopefully we can get it done before then. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is just me taking my fan wires and my solar panel wires and kind of just putting them in the general area that I wanted my electrical setup to be, and after doing that I began taping up the other pieces of Reflectix that were to go on my ceiling, and that's pretty much it. Alright, welcome back. Today is March 4th, 2021. It is a Thursday, and I'm going to be finishing my installation today. I just bought some new spray adhesive and spray foam yesterday so that I could get this finished. I do have plans on Sunday to put my walls up, so that's why I've got to get this installation done before then. Also, I just want to say I'm perfectly aware that I don't really know what I'm doing with my van build and that I'm being a lot of lazy in a lot of cases. So if you have something to say about it, just don't say it, because I know. Anyways, let's get into the installation. Okay, so this is me attempting to sand down that plywood since it was all splintery and dirty. It worked sort of. And then this is me kind of trying to put the rest of my insulation up with some spray adhesive and whatever. And then here I am kind of using some spray foam to get in those cracks or whatever. That's kind of it. All right, guess where I'm going right now? I'm going to my dad's house to put my wood paneling on my walls. So in these clips, this is just me helping my dad hold up these panels so that he could glue them together with wood glue and then drill them into parts of the ceiling. That's kind of the extent of my help with the woodwork in the van, but at least I did something. Good morning. It is April 24th, 2021, and I'm on my way to my dad's right now to go and work on my van again. Finally, it's been a few weeks since I've done that. So today we are going to be working on putting studs in my van so that we can put the wall up van today. So let's get into it. Okay, so here is my dad putting in that finishing piece for my vent fan. Those plywood pieces you see on the wall are what we used as our studs to drill our shiplap pieces into so that we didn't drill into the wall. But yeah, that's how we did it. Hello, van build video. I am back. It is August 15th, 2021, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it is taking me a very long time to finish my van. I've had it for over a year. Today we are doing the wheel boxes that go over the wheel wells. My dad is out there cutting wood right now. I will show you the clip after. And then we're going to do the bed and then finish the wood. And hopefully we get some good steps in today. So, check it out. Wheel boxes. Video. Watermelon.
Boy, I think it's getting there, dude.
Shut up, bastard! So I realized that I have been creating a very bad van build part 2. So I'm going to give you an update. So today, as you saw earlier, I went and built the bed frame. Here it is. I still need to get a piece of plywood to put on top. But then after that I have a bed frame. So there's storage underneath. And then also, yeah, I never even saw the finished wood. I still have to put a shelf there and then do some finishing touches. But that's that. And now I am going to stain it. Let me show you what I'm using. This is the stain I'm using. The Varathane Classic Espresso wood stain. That's what's on the doors. You can't see it though because it's dark. What you doing? This is for my van build part 2 video. Spencer's helping stain. Hello there.
Damn, I look pretty. I'm a pretty girl. What?
So luckily I had Spencer to help me out with this portion of the van build. Staining took a really long time and it was also really messy, so I definitely recommend wearing old clothes that you don't care about getting dirty, because wood stain doesn't wash out, which is something that I had to find out after Spencer stained the bottom of my shorts, and now my favorite shorts are brown on the bottom, so I can't really wear them. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the staining. It took a while, and you'll see in the next few clips me kind of touching it up and finishing it off.
Like if you're trying to sell this, someone sees this, they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want to sell it.
Well, I mean, at some point in your life.
Maybe. But as of now, I have no plan.
When you're rich as fuck and you have money for a conversion fan.
I'd probably sell it, yeah. I don't know.
When you can get the $50,000 super expensive, super nice fans.
Yeah, I'd probably sell it. Or I would just keep it out back in my backyard.
Like a second room.
Yeah. Just hang out here.
And buy a new van.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so the last clip you saw was from yesterday, where me and Spencer stained the van. This is what it looks like. I still need to like stain that part right there, like these parts, and then underneath here, because these boards aren't stained underneath. And then I need to touch it up. So like this shiplap has like a lot of like little nicks and stuff. And then like this in-between part, you see like it still shows the pine in there. So I'm going to be working on touching that up today with a paintbrush. So check it out. Yeah, so this is just me touching up that shiplap with the espresso stain that I have. I just used an old paintbrush to kind of touch it up because it could get into those cracks and touch those pieces that I couldn't reach with just a plain cloth. Worked just fine, could get those details the way that I wanted them to. It took a while. It definitely sucked because it was super hot outside this day. I remember I was sweating profusely. It was awful. I hated it. I'm pretty sure that I didn't get all these details like fixed in just one day. I think it took me like this day and then like an hour to the next day. You just got to be patient with it. So, you know, if you want it to look this way, you got to work a little longer, but yeah. Hello, today's September 19th, 2021, and I'm going to be sanding my bed frame, which is what y'all are sitting on right now. I'm gonna be sanding it, restaining it, hopefully sealing it, and then I'm going to finish staining the rest of my wood in my van, and then hopefully sealing it. That's the plan. Okay, so here's me just sanding down that piece of plywood on top of my bed frame. It was pretty splintery, so I wanted to try to fix it as much as possible so that I didn't get splinters. Hello, welcome back to the video. I'm back. You've been watching this whole time. Anyway, that's not the point. Today is October 1st. Happy spooky season, by the way. Anyway, this past Sunday, I went over to my dad's and he built the border around the window so that there's not that weird space between the window and the wood paneling. So I will show you that here in a sec. But today, on October 1st, I am going to be staining that border, finishing up the staining on little pieces everywhere else in the van. And then I'm thinking I'm going to lighten up the stain a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm gonna test the strip. So I have some mineral spirits here, which is what you use to lighten up wood stain. I looked it up on Google. So I'm gonna try it out and see if that works, just to make it just a tad bit lighter because it is a little dark and I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. And then I probably won't actually get to it, but if I do, I will be finishing the wood off. I got this, the Varathane Ultimate Polyurethane Water-Based Crystal Clear Semi-Gloss Interior stuff. It looks like this. But anyway, I will show you the border. So this is the border. It's a little crooked, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. See, it's like there, right here, wider over there, but I don't really care about that. There's like sort of like a little shelf sort of deal going on here, but I'm gonna stain it now. So as time consuming as staining the van's wood was, I still really liked it because it was nice to kind of sit down and see how the van was coming together. This is me just staining that frame and kind of getting those details so that it looked as good as the rest of the van. And then after that, I ended up finishing all of the wood. Okay, now I am going to test out the polyurethane on my doors back here and then see what that looks like. And then I'll probably get to finishing the rest of the wood a different day because I have somewhere I need to be soon. So I did try to lighten the stain with the mineral spirits and it didn't really work so well. I don't know, I looked it up on Google and asked how I could lighten wood stain. But I think what it meant was to like mix it with your wood stain and then it would lighten it before you put it on. It sort of lightened it up just like a little bit, but it's like barely noticeable. So if you're trying to do that, I wouldn't recommend it. I realize that I'm not ever looking at the actual camera. I'm always just looking at myself talking to make sure I don't look dumb. Here's the actual camera. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm going to put the polyurethane on the doors, test it out, see how it looks. Then we will get to finishing the rest of the wood a different day. Okay, so here is me finishing the wood on my doors with the Varathane water-based polyurethane wood finish with the satin coat. It comes out white, which kind of threw me off at first, but it dries clear, and I really, really love this finish. I definitely recommend it. And yeah, that's that. I'm back to the video. Today is October 2nd, 2021. So I've got 2 days in a row working on the van. I'm gonna show you real quick what the polyurethane looks like on the doors and part of the wood inside that I did. Very shiny. I'm adding to my van video. Okay, so you saw the doors and what they look like with the polyurethane on them. I think I did about 3 or 4 coats of it before it looked the way it did. So right now I am going to make a little bit of a dent on the inside wood. So right now I'm doing the wood that is opposite me, which is behind you. But I think I'm on coat 2 or 3 with that. So I'm gonna finish that tonight and then maybe get started on this, but it is getting dark here very soon, so I don't think I'm obviously not going to finish it, but that's what I'm doing today. So I will show you it when it is like all done, basically. It is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, and this past Saturday my dad took my van because he wanted to work on it all day the next day as part of my Christmas present. He brought it back on Sunday night and it's basically done, which is why I'm filming the ending to this video. So basically what I want to say is that it's pretty much done. I still have several other things that I have to do to it, which I will put in a part 3, which I'm thinking I will do a part 3/van tour. So it's combined because there aren't really like a whole video length thing of things that still need to be done to it. So we'll do a part 3 and a van tour after it's all decorated and stocked or whatever sort of deal, yo. But anyway, I will show you what's been done to it now. Okay, to start off with, I've got new seat covers here, which are so nice because they won't slip off like my other ones did. They're like tied underneath somewhere, I think, and they're much more neutral color than my other ones, so this is nice. There's Iria, my sister. And then in the middle, since I don't have a centered console, they got me this little wicker basket, which is nice, and some glass wipes and some cleaning wipes here. And then there's just trash right there, because, yeah. There's my boy. There's my boy. He got scratched on his nose. My poor teen. My poor teen. So sad. Okay, and here it is. It looks like nice, and it's like mildly decorated right now. But what my dad did, he finished the floor. Well, he redid the floor because my floor was so dirty and just covered in glue. So he put new floors on there. These are like the peel and stick vinyl tiles. I don't know what ones they are. And then he put on this border around them. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like edge profiling or like what, but basically it's kind of just got everything sealed off for the most part, other than right there, but that's really not such a big deal. But yeah, so there's a nice new floor. It only goes until like right there, because that's like my little garage area. Got this nice cabinet here. I have no idea where it's from, but I like it, and I think they put this lock on it to keep it from flying open. But you open it up, and there's 2 shelves. So, and then they fed my wires right here. So I'm thinking I'll probably put my electrical system on this shelf for the most part. That way it's kind of out of the way and safe. And then over here, I was thinking I would do like cups and plates and bowls and silverware, because I feel like that wouldn't take up a whole lot of space. And then on this top shelf, I have like these little storage container dealios, which I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with yet. And then I've got like these little containers here, and a little eggy pan and pot. But that's that. And then we've got these cute little baskets here, which are on hooks, which is nice. And there's just some random things in there. I can probably use these for other stuff as well, like fruit or whatever. And then this little basket thingy. And then I have this wicker basket right here, which kind of just has a bunch of junk in it currently. And then this shelf here, which I can put stuff on if I use like Velcro or whatever. And then I have these lights up here. And then for like the border, sort of, he used this rope all the way around. And then we have hooks over here. Right now I have a Christmas wreath on this one. But there's hooks for like my hats. Over here, this huge cord was sticking out. I actually don't even know what he did with the cord. Where did the cord go? Well, there was like this huge cord like right here. It was always would be hanging down, and it was for like the brake lights and stuff. But he fixed it by putting like this up, which held it up, and then all of that jazz. And then this is the bed. There's a mattress now, which is so exciting because, I mean, duh, there's a mattress. Why wouldn't you be excited? Anyway. Okay, so now that you've seen everything, I can explain to you the few things that we still need to get done. 1, this wood needs to be stained because that is wood that he put up while I was not there. Then, underneath the bed here, we're probably going to put in a sliding out drawer that will slide out like in the back, and it will have a storage inside of it, but then kind of convert into a table so that, you know, you can use it for cooking and stuff, which will be nice. And then what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to put up curtain rods so that we can have curtains on the windows. And then I have to do my electrical setup, which I still haven't entirely figured out how I'm going to do that. But that will be in van build part 3. In summary, in van build part 3, we will have the electrical setup, staining the wood, putting up curtain rods so we can have curtains, building that drawer thing, and then anything else that comes up and that we feel like we need to put in here to make it all finished and ready. I will also have a van build tour in there, so I will go through everything that's in here. I'll do my best to put in where it's from, that sort of dealio. But other than that, that is the end of van build part 2. It's been a year almost since I finished filming my van build part 1. I've had my van for a year and a half. It's taken us a really long time to kind of get there, which is a little discouraging because I've seen so many people who get vans and then they get it all built out and start traveling within like 3 to 6 months of having it. But that wasn't the case for me, because basically the van one was a very spontaneous decision, and it took almost all of my savings to buy my van and do the repairs that were needed on my van to have it ready, basically. And then it's taken me a long time just because of school and work and life. But either way, I'm very excited that it's so close to being finished now. I've been waiting a long time for this, and I'm excited to go on a trip soon with it because I would love to test out, you know, my new bed and my new setup, basically, because it's pretty much done. But yeah, stay tuned for part